That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
How do you know it's an effect?
So when you say,
If someone says
I'm speaking to him, not to you.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
speaking to you.
So yeah, but I don't want to speak to you because you are interrupting. So if the Big Bang, it came from nothing, where did it come from?
I don't know.
Okay. Is it possible for it to come from nothing? Is it possible?
Might be, might not be.
Okay.
Can't say.
Can-
See, what my position is.
Yeah.
That when I say I don't know, it's like a collective information. Whatever we have about universe, it's like very minimal. We know there was a space-time event, but what caused it? Whether someone caused it or it was cyclical.
Yeah, even
Like-
cyclical.
Yeah.
The
it
good
can
thing.
be anything. What I'm saying is we don't know, and I would rely on scientific minds over it.
Right.
What a scientific consensus is.
Right.
So if scientific consensus says that we don't know, so I would say we don't know because we
But the
don't have
scientists,
zero information.
the scientists do not say. They use logic, and
I'm
rational.
saying that consensus.
I'll let you speak. Allow me the same courtesy. So, if according to science and logic and rationality, it is not possible for something to come from nothing.
No, I'm not claiming that.
Okay, so we know that it didn't come from nothing. Do you agree?
I'm saying I don't know.
Just now you said I'm not saying,
Yeah.
and now you're saying I don't know. Which one is it?
You are putting words in my mouth.
No, I didn't. I asked you.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, once again.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
I'm saying my position is I don't know what was there before Big Bang. I don't know whether something existed, something always existed, or nothing, or something came out of nothing. There might be something. We have literally zero information.
Okay, that's fine. So you're saying that there might be something. Okay.
Might be.
Now the other alternative is there might be nothing.
Might be.
Is that possibility logically?
Might be.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let me ask you your thought about this principle. Can nothing bring about something?
Depends. Are we talking about nothing in a sense, metaphysical forms?
No.
Because when we talk about
You believe in metaphysics?
No. I'm saying in metaphysical forms. For example, if we are talking about nothing, does it mean something?
No. I'm saying,
mean,
do you
if-
believe in metaphysics though? Because you said scientism.
Believe.
You were the one who was believing in
No,
scientism.
I never said I believe in scientism. I said we have an understanding of scientific consensus, whatever scientific consensus.
Yeah, but scientific consensus doesn't believe in metaphysics. Naturalistic science does not believe
I
in.
never said anything about that. Why are you putting words in?
Okay, so you just said scientific consensus. What do you understand by that?
It means that whatever general information is
From where?
coming from
Scientists, yeah?
understanding.
Exactly. So tell me one scientist who believes in metaphysics.
There might be believing in
Everything might be. Bro, if you don't know, just say I don't know.
Yeah, even I don't know. Even
Exactly.
if I say I don't know.
So
you know.
Okay, so scientists, for your information, believe in the naturalistic.
Which scientists?
Allow me to finish.
Yeah.
Stop interrupting every time.
Like you
Scientists
all the time.
do naturalistic science. You know what naturalistic science is?
No, tell me.
It's about exploring the natural world, which is physical, not metaphysical.
Yeah.
Okay. So no scientist who actually does experiments, empirical evidence, all that about the existing world, about the physical world, they do not venture into metaphysics. Metaphysics is
But
something.
Nothing.
Hold on. I'm still speaking. So you need to understand because
Please go ahead.
you're thinking about a question to ask.
Yeah.
Try to understand what I'm saying.
course.
Physics and naturalistic scientists, they don't care about the non-physical world.
Okay.
Do you agree? When you speak about metaphysical, that is exactly what you're trying to postulate about a non-physical world. This is not the realm of science. It's beyond the scope of science.
Yeah, it's more of philosophy.
Good. So now we have come to philosophy from science. Okay. Do you believe in non-physical existence?
Do I believe in non? I have can't say it. Might be possible. Can't
Okay.
say it. Yeah, it can happen.
All right. So when you say it's possible, then is it possible also for God to exist?
What's he?
Is it possible?
Yeah.
Of course, it is possible.
There you go. So what?
Wait. It is possible.
Yeah.
But it is not actual.
Right. Now that's what we are trying to.
Actual are two
Yeah.
different things.
Yeah. That's fine. Sorry. Is it okay if we go near the fence over there? It's just much quieter. Guys, let's move down there. Sorry, those guys are interrupting and I don't want.
Because possible is something that can a god killer be possible, like a person or a metaphysical entity. killed a god, right? That
Kill
can be
God. I
possible,
don't know which
right?
kind of God you believe in. I believe in a God that doesn't die.
Well,
Sun.
you can believe in anything, right?
So why didn't you bring your cameras this side? Oh, sorry, that side. Yeah, stand there. That way you don't get the sun. Because we don't want people coming in the back. You know what I mean? All right. So look, if you believe in a possibility of God existing.
I don't believe in a possibility of God existing.
No, but you said there is a possibility.
There is a possibility that there can be a God killer who killed God and then
This is
it's like possible.
you know, this is a belief in Hinduism. Maybe the background you come from.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because you know, in the Hinduism, they believe in gods can behead other gods. Like Brahma was beheaded by Shiva.
So it's not.
That's what they believe in. Shiva beheaded Brahma for telling lies.
Do you know like about the concept of Brahman?
Brahman, yeah. What about it?
So
You believe in that?
no. Again, like, why are you putting words in my mouth?
I didn't put words. It's a question. Try to understand.
No. So that
When I ask you a question, it doesn't mean I'm putting my words in your mouth.
Then you are interrupting me.
No.
When I said, do you know like what a Brahman is?
Yes.
You said, do you believe in it? Let me finish it. But
Yeah, but when I asked
Let
you,
me finish it
hold on.
first.
Do you understand the difference between me asking you a question and putting words in your mouth? There's a big difference.
Yes, of course. Because
so
you are
try
trying
to distinguish
put,
the
like,
two.
Do you believe? Do you believe? Do you believe? That is like,
Yeah, do you believe is a question?
Yeah. So as I said, I don't believe in it.
Okay,
I
that's
already
fine.
said that,
That's
right?
fine.
But you are asking.
Why did you
3
bring it up,
times.
by the way?
Because you come up with you said about my background, and then after you said like Shiva killed Brahma and all these things.
I didn't say Shiva killed Brahma. Try to listen. I said
beheaded.
Brahma was beheaded. He had like 4 or 5 heads. And
Yeah.
so one of his head was cut off because he was lusting after his daughter, Saraswati.
The concept of Brahman. So
Why did you bring that up? I just want to know.
So because you said like people believe in different gods.
They do, yeah. Hindus do believe in different gods.
Of course they do. But usually, if you see more from a deeper perspective, if you talk to any scholars, they would say that Brahman is like Hindus in general. Like the scholars would say that in Hinduism as well, the concept of one god exists. But all of these gods like Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma, Krishna, Ram, these are all manifestations of that.
Who is the one god in Hinduism?
Brahman. I mean, it's not God, but it
Exactly.
is more from a
So why are you saying it's a god then?
Prakriti or nature, if you understand what is
Hold on.
Prakriti.
When you say it's not God, it cannot be that one god. You're contradicting yourself.
Sorry, what?
Is Brahman God?
Yes, like one God, one existing, one like Brahman is, they consider one God.
They
Plus,
don't-
Yes,
They don't consider him as
Have
God.
you ever understand the concept?
Yes, because Brahman, you know, if you look in India, there are many temples dedicated to many gods. Like
Yes,
dedicated
that's
to
what they
Vishnu,
call it.
dedicated to Shiva.
If you see the
But-
scholarship.
You see,
that's what
I'm still
they call it.
speaking and you're interrupting already.
Okay, sorry.
Let's speak one after the other. I think it's that way.
I mean, I'm much more in discussion rather than debating. So
You can call it discussion, no problem. Okay, but even in a discussion, it's going to be one speaks, the other hears. It's a simple logic, isn't it? So Brahman, there's no temples dedicated to Brahman. Okay, a Brahman is someone.
no, yes, there.
A Brahmin is someone whom they see as just existence. So it doesn't have a will, it doesn't have any attributes, you know, it's nirguna and nirakar. That means,
Prakriti.
it means it has, no, it's not prakriti. Prakriti itself, prakriti is nature, isn't it?
Yes, that's what they are.
But nature does have form and nature does have attributes.
Yes, so
Yes, because everything in nature you see, it has form and attributes.
Yes,
But
what is the-
Brahman doesn't have it. So you cannot say Brahman is the same as Prakriti either. So any Hindu...
Brahman is not a thinker or something. It's like
My point exactly, yeah. It's not God. That's the point I'm trying to make. There are no temples dedicated to Brahman, maybe 1 or 2, I think. But most of the temples are dedicated to Vishnu, Shiva,
Yes, they are manifested. That's what if you
or the
scholars-
Kali or some goddess. You see what I mean?
If you talk to the scholars, they
Yeah.
would say, usually they would say that they are just like a manifestation of one Brahman. It doesn't mean like it's like nirguna coming as a saguna.
No.
But I think
Even the
that's not
manifestation
that's
thing?
not what I would
Yeah, yeah.
like to discuss with you.
Okay.
The reason.
So let's
being
go
that
back to-
I am an agnostic, so I don't.
That's
even
fine.
endorse-
Let's go back to whether God exists or not. You said at one point there is a possibility. Am I right?
Yes, there is.
Okay, good. Now, when you
That's
say
why
that,
I'm an agnostic.
that's fine. When you say there is a possibility, what evidence would you require in order to make you convinced that God does exist? Have you got any criteria in mind?
So, first, I would like to understand your concept of God because I believe you are Muslim. So
Just wanted to say, I'm from Glasgow. I watch your videos. I just thought I would say Islam.
Okay, well, Sorry
to disturb you.
That's fine, no problem. Thank you.
so I would like to understand your concept of
No, because you said there's a possibility. Look, whenever you say
we say like God. Okay, so let me
Yeah.
because I don't want to strawman you in that case because
Yeah.
if I say something that you don't believe in, it
Major, call Ibrahim. Ibrahim, come this side, man. Bring the camera. Oh, is it okay? So let's go over there then.
Go over there.
Okay, sorry, brother. It's just that it's a very odd angle.
Camera board. Not nice.
Yeah. Let's go over there. Sorry, we keep moving you around, but
No problem.
it's just to make sure that.
I just like to have discussion. That's it. It
Yeah,
opens my mind.
stop the genocide. You're right.
Yeah, so because what I want to understand more of from you the concept, like
Yeah, but you see, when you say there's a, you must have some criteria in mind for the
Yes,
existence
so
of
for
God.
example, definition of God usually means one who created the universe, right? Who is
That's one of the
powerful.
attributes.
One of them.
He's a creator. Yeah.
Yeah, one has to be all powerful,
Okay. Yeah.
all knowing,
Yeah.
or any other attributes that you want to add.
Yeah.
that's
But
what I
all of these attributes, talking about attributes, that can come later. But first, we need to need to identify whether God does exist or not.
Yeah. So
before
for
we go to the
example,
attributes of God.
let's say let's talk about the creation. You said like can nothing come from something?
Yes.
Let's entertain the idea.
Yeah,
For
so this is
example.
called deductive reasoning,
Yeah.
and we can see that everything in the world which began to exist, it has a cause. It must come from somewhere. It is contingent upon something that came before it. We know that the universe didn't exist at one point, so it is also contingent upon something that did exist before it. Now, if I were to ask you that, is it nothing? Because we know logically nothing, absolute nothingness does not exist. It's a concept. Do you agree?
Yeah, that's a concept.
So we can rule out nothing because it doesn't even exist.
I can entertain that idea. I don't have any problem.
Okay. So what is the other possibility or the other alternative?
Other possibility is something always existed.
Yes,
For example.
and like you defined God earlier, that it is eternal. God has to be eternal. It must be. God must be powerful. Must have the ability to create. Must have the ability to sustain. Must have intelligence. Most importantly, so all of this tells us that the universe couldn't have come by itself. There must be something before it.
But that's a definition. So the problem here is that's where like I have a lot of doubts basically. What happens is that we can come up with definition, okay? Because you see there are a lot of different concepts of God. For example, Christianity believes in different kinds of God.
Yeah.
Okay, Hinduism, then of course there are like agnostic religions like Buddhism and Jainism as well. But the concept is like I can define something.
I thought Jainism was more of like Buddhism. They don't believe in God.
Yes, they don't.
Yeah. So they are more
it's
like more like
agnostic,
atheists.
that's what
Yeah.
Atheistic.
Yeah.
I mean, they have like lower deity, but I think that's not the point. So the question here is usually that once you claim something, so you see there is a definition that you gave me. Okay, what you are saying is like okay that something is God. Like that's what you are trying to claim, right? My problem is like I can name it anything. It seems like a god of the gaps. For example, try to understand my point. What I'm
No, that's fine. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for example, if you said, but definitions are not evidences.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about definition. I was talking about I was talking about
like right.
I was talking about logical deductive reasoning. Okay.
I mean,
so when you rule out everything, when you rule out all the impossibilities for this universe to exist by itself, then we must rationally think that if we rule out, for example, say nothing, which doesn't really exist, then there must be something. And this is a something we are talking about that should be non-contingent. It itself should not depend on something else. So the universe is contingent. We know from every aspect of it. The fact that it began to exist itself shows that it is not something that created itself, because that's an impossibility as well. You can't create yourself if it didn't exist.
I think I'll go back to the point because again, when you say evidence, okay, This is not evidence. This is logical possibility. I agree with it. Okay, but logical possibility can be that there can be four-dimensional being who might create a three-dimensional universe, or something, something like there can be multiple omniscient beings or multiple beings who are not omniscient, but they can work on creating these kinds of things.
Where are you getting this from?
No, I'm exploring the logical possibilities that why only God is the one that makes sense and not the other way. What I said, there can be four-dimensional being created.
We're talking about a necessary being. You know what is a? Do you know what is a necessary?
Multiple necessary beings.
No, multiple necessary beings are not a possibility. You know why?
Why? Sorry.
Because if you had multiple necessary beings, then the question still remains: what are those? Are they themselves contingent?
So why does it not apply on God? Why God gets special consideration?
Good. The reason for that is because you will have another fallacy, I would say, which is an impossibility, which is called the infinite regress.
Infinite regress.
Yeah.
But the problem with infinite regress is not found in. I mean, I'm getting your point. Okay.
Good.
It's not found in physical world, basically. But
It's an impossibility.
Yeah.
That's why I'm said. Yeah.
I mean, see, I cannot say it's an impossibility because we don't know yet.
No, it is logically impossible.
But in that case, infinite future won't be even possible, right?
Infinite future.
For example, if correct me if I'm wrong, when you say infinite regression,
Yeah.
are you talking about infinite past?
Yes.
Okay.
Not infinite past. Infinite regress means the chain of causation cannot be infinite.
Chain of causation cannot be infinite.
Yeah.
Okay, but I got it. But can chain of causation go to infinite? For example, as of now, we are at a point. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's consider Big Bang as the first cause. Okay. What do you think if we
It's
go
an
ahead
effect, by the way.
like-
Big Bang is an effect, not a cause.
might be an effect. Let's say consider it.
No, it cannot be a cause because cause is something that brings about an effect, and it precedes. In most
I think
cases,
there are
it
many
precedes
problem because I have another question for you
Yeah.
as well.
So let's deal with the infinite regress first.
okay.
Is it a logical possibility in the real world?
I can consider it that as of now we have not found it, so no.
What do you mean not found it? Is it a
infinite
logical
regression.
possibility? That's the question.
Yeah, so my point is infinite regression we have not found it.
No. Is it a logical possibility for
Infinite regression?
Yes.
Yes, in physical world. In physical world.
How is it a possibility? Give me an example.
No, I'm not. Listen to me. What I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying, as of now, we have not found it. So I would not entertain that idea. I would say, yeah, there might be one.
Bro, when you say we haven't found it, it
So
means.
it means.
Let me finish my statement.
No.
So you understand what I'm saying? I heard you 3 times. You said we haven't found it yet. Am I
Yes,
right?
and that's why I agree with you.
No, but then you're implying when you say we have not found it yet, this is called the gap of science. We haven't found it yet. This is the gap of science. Now, when you say, hold on.
I'm entertaining the idea of.
No, you're entertaining a fallacy. When you say we haven't found it yet, it means you
agreeing
think
with
it's
you.
possible. It's not possible logically.
I am agreeing with you as of now.
That is not possible logically.
Yes.
Thank you. So there's no
That's what I'm
possibility.
saying.
But you said 3 times.
No,
we haven't
you
found it
didn't-
yet.
You didn't let me finish. That's what I said.
Okay, what did you mean when you said we haven't found it yet?
I mean, as of now, what we know is that there is some point that we can trace it back to the
Good.
Big Bang. Okay, so I would entertain that idea as of now. That okay, there might be a first cause.
Right. No, we were talking about the infinite regress.
Yeah. So
Is there a possibility for an infinite regress to actually be present
might
in
not-
reality?
Yeah, might not.
Good. So this is what I'm saying. Anyone who says that it is a possibility for infinite regress to happen sometimes in future or something, they do not understand the concept of infinite regress. Do you understand what infinite regress means?
Infinite regress. If you see, like some scientists have produced that model of infinite regress.
Model? No, we're talking about concepts. We're talking about reality.
Yeah, reality.
In
reality.
concept, infinite exists.
No.
But in reality, it doesn't.
For example, if you see like the concept of Buddhism, it talks about cycling universes, as well as if you know about Sean.
These are
Carroll model.
concepts. Yeah, these are all concepts.
Sean
So
Carroll model.
anyone can
Yes,
make
of course, there's-
anyone can make a claim but without evidence, this hypothesis.
Yeah, this is an hypothesis.
Yeah, a hypothesis just means
I know about the difference between hypothesis and theory.
Very good, yeah. So anyone who claims a hypothesis, it remains like an opinion. Opinions can be under. There are many actual scientists who believe we came from aliens. Do you know that?
Of course, there might be. So
this is their hypothesis.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
and
hypothesis is irrelevant because anyone can have an opinion, no problem.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is this hypothesis, for it to rise to the level of a theory, you require evidence.
That's correct. And that's where the problem is, that even when religious people claim that they are talking about some kind of God, they don't have evidence. And what we are talking about right now, about infinite regression, I'll entertain that idea. That
this is called deductive reasoning. I've said this many times now before.
Yeah, but
when you say evidence, when you say evidence, it doesn't mean empirical evidence, does it, all the time?
I'm not talking about empirical.
Okay, good. So there are other forms of evidence.
Yes.
And we can use deductive reason to come to a conclusion as well.
Yeah, but the idea of necessary being is something that what you have said is, at least there is, I don't see any evidence, or at least you are not something that convinces, that is convincingly says that, okay, something as a necessary being is required for that. Because why would I should consider that universe or cosmos in general, not just universe, or cosmos in general, exists? Because when we say time, okay, for example, time is bound by first cause. Because if you say like causality, for example, okay, for something to have a cause, it requires spatial dimensions as well as time. So when
I talk about the physical world, yeah?
Yeah, talking about
But earlier you said you are okay with believing in metaphysics based on philosophy as well.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so let's not just limit ourselves to the physical world only.
But we are like...
Or the physical cosmos.
But we are jumping in between philosophy as well as science, right?
No, we are not jumping. We have already ruled out that science cannot deal with, it's beyond the scope of
science.
Brother, let me finish the statement, please.
Okay, please go.
It is beyond the scope of science to deal with the metaphysical world, because science, naturalistic science, only deals with the physical world.
I do get it.
Good.
I do get it.
So when you say jumping, I've made myself very clear from the very start that in order for us to entertain even the existence of the metaphysical world, we have to set aside science because it's beyond the scope of science. So now we have to bring in, obviously, philosophy, and from philosophical perspective, we can use logic and reasoning. Logic and reasoning dictates that nothing cannot bring about something. Logic and reasoning dictates that there must be something in order to bring about this universe, which is something. And we know the fact that the universe exists, right? You know you exist, and I exist, and the universe exists. For something to exist, it cannot be based on an infinite regress of causation. So there must be a first cause, the uncaused cause, and that is the reason. This is based on logic and reasoning, and not based on...
Cause can be simply that is necessary and not conscious God.
How do you know you're not conscious?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying that there is a possibility of that as well.
Okay, so you're saying the first cause is not conscious.
It can be. It cannot be.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever designed anything?
I have designed anything.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Does it require intelligence?
It requires intelligence as well as matter.
Good. Okay, no problem. So intelligence means you must be conscious, right?
Intelligence, not necessarily, because
not necessarily. Give me one intelligent being who is not conscious. Go on.
For example, dolphins are conscious. Might be, like
they're intelligent. They're very intelligent actually for mammals. Yeah.
So, but we can say like there can be different degree of intelligence.
I know, but it still requires intelligence. That's the point.
Yeah.
So you said
it's still part of the matter.
No.
Right? It's matter creating a novelty.
You said, in order for it to be intelligent, does it require consciousness or it doesn't require consciousness?
In order to be intelligent, yeah.
It requires consciousness. Yeah. Good. So the first cause has to be intelligent, because we see a lot of design in the universe.
But it requires matter as well. So are you saying?
No problem. We can come to that.
So God.
Intelligence. Listen. Intelligence is the key in order for you to ascertain that something is conscious. Now, unless you're talking about a God who has got no intelligence, it has no consciousness, that means it doesn't even know it itself exists or not. Because what is the definition of consciousness for you?
I think therefore I am. It's like I can believe that as well.
Yeah, that is Descartes' statement. But what does it actually mean? Do you know?
I mean, I can think of it. Like, if I'm thinking, I can make understanding of reality. I can name things. I can try to, based on my senses. That's what I would say. I think it's more of a collective thing.
It's very simple, called self-awareness.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
So if something is not conscious, like this metal here, is it aware that it exists?
No, it is not.
Okay, so you're talking about a God who is not maximally perfect when you talk about a God who doesn't have consciousness, which is one of the things you tried to entertain earlier.
See, the thing, the point here is that, correct me if I'm wrong, but you consider God to be outside of the cosmos.
Yeah, cosmos didn't exist, but God always did.
Yeah, so is God part of the matter?
God is not matter.
So what is God then?
God created matter.
No, but then what is God then?
Oh, you mean what
What it consists of?
ontologically?
For example, let's say I'm conscious.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm part of this universe.
Yeah.
Okay. At one point of time, I mean, I'm made up of matter.
Yeah.
Right?
Because you're a
Matter always
creation.
exists.
Because you're a creation. All creation
No. I think that's
that we see in the physical world.
I won't use that word creation because I think.
Well, you didn't exist at one point, so you must be a creation, which means you are contingent upon something else.
Yeah, but
Your parents, for example.
no. But my parents did not create me. They
They.
transformed me.
But could you exist without your parents?
Yeah, but they were also transformed. See,
I know. That's why it's called
No. See,
causation,
my
a
point
chain
is-
of causation.
My
Remember?
point is, yeah, I got the chain of causation.
Good.
But my point is, at one point of time, so even if I die, okay, I am not gonna annihilate myself and my matter would just be nothing, right? It would merge with the soil, right? Whatever it is. So,
Do you believe in a you believe in a soul?
Sorry?
You believe in a soul?
No, I don't believe. As of now, I don't think there is.
Okay. So what is the difference between a living being and someone who's dead?
A living being and someone's self-awareness, like consciousness.
Yeah, but is consciousness possible, which is
Not just consciousness. Sorry, I think I was wrong. But I wouldn't say not consciousness, but metabolism. Self-replication. That's what.
No, I didn't ask you how you reproduce. I asked
No,
what is the
it's
difference
not
between a living and a non-living being?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's part of a process, basically metabolism, replication.
Why did you rule out consciousness?
Because bacteria are living.
What makes you think they are not conscious? What makes you think they are not conscious?
Because consciousness.
How do you think
requires
bacteria?
self-awareness.
How do you think bacteria gets its food without being self-aware?
Sorry.
How do you think bacteria feeds without being self-aware?
Well, because they have self-replicating DNA and RNA.
No. We are not talking about their reproduction. We are talking about the way they obtain sustenance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they
Can
are replicating
can something without being conscious look for food?
Yes, I think they do. The
Give me an
bacterias
example.
do
What makes you think they are not self-aware?
that. Sorry.
What makes you think they are not self-aware?
Because there is no evidence for that.
What evidence you require for consciousness?
For consciousness, self-awareness, like that's what I'd say.
Yeah, but that's subjective.
Might be subjective.
When you
but
talk about
I mean, I can talk
evidence,
about-
it has to be empirical.
Yeah, that's
In this
what-
scenario,
Okay, but whatever, as of now, research has been done on bacteria, and what our understanding of consciousness is,
you know any scientist who says bacteria are not conscious? Name me one.
I can find it, right?
No need to Google because you made a claim already. So I'm assuming you must have
No,
studied
because
this.
I'm saying that I haven't. Had
Okay, go on Google it. Just ask the question: are bacteria conscious? Okay, use ChatGPT if you have to, because as far as last time I checked, it was a living being. Okay, a bacteria is a living thing. Maybe with virus, some people have.
Viruses are
Yeah,
it is in between like.
Yeah, but bacteria are definitely living.
No, bacteria are generally not considered conscious is the way humans or even complex animals are, as they lack the nervous system and brain requires the subjective experience. Though they inhabit complex intelligent behaviors like sensing and communicating via chemicals, acting more like a biological computers following genetic programming. While some theories propose primitive forms of consciousness in microbes, mainstream science links consciousness to multicellularity and complex nervous system, which bacteria lacks. though their sophisticated response to stimuli are undeniable.
Okay, so some scientists,
say right.
some scientists do believe that they can be conscious.
Some scientists know it
Yeah.
is generally considered not conscious.
Yeah,
That's what
the reason is because they consider consciousness mainly for higher organisms.
yeah, I mean it's more
Yeah.
like you don't have nervous system to feel pain or something.
But the fact is, the fact that some of them still consider them to be consciousness to a lower degree,
I would say
that
like,
itself speaks
Yeah. See,
that
I
there
would-
is a conscious.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I was saying, we were talking about consciousness for this being, the necessary being. Okay, and for you to say the necessary being is not even aware of its own self. Okay, it is as, like you said, bacteria, but bacteria is not a necessary being. For a necessary being, it needs to possess intelligence. It needs to have self-awareness. It needs to obviously have certain abilities. For example, creation, bring things into existence, create things. So these are the basic fundamental things. But I wouldn't say a necessary being does not have consciousness or lacks consciousness. Otherwise, you're saying it's just mechanism. You see what I mean? Because a mechanism can work like based on instructions, and it will just basically, go based on the programming. So we know that a will is necessary. You require a will to do something. Any action for this necessary being to perform, it requires a will. Some Hindus, I've heard them say that, it is a part of this necessary being that it necessarily has to, bring about all this universe into existence. But that doesn't follow, because there was a point when the universe didn't exist. If the necessary being is doing this by its volition, by its own will, then that not only proves the design we see in the universe, from the mighty galaxies with trillions of suns to the most fundamental part of matter, atoms and molecules. All of them, if you look, that they have design. Your DNA has design. Do you know that?
I don't consider it as a design.
You don't?
No.
Do you not see a code in the DNA?
No, it's not a code. It's
Okay. Have you heard about the human genome?
I have heard about.
Okay, it doesn't have a code.
No, it doesn't.
Why do they say it's unique in every? Why do they say it has a unique word, which is 3.4 billion letters long?
It is we that have given the name. For example, the way we have given atomic numbers. Like if we see a matter,
It's observation.
We have given it like
It's-
yes, and we
there's
have
empirical
interpreted
evidence for this.
Automation.
DNA.
It is not something.
No. DNA definitely has a code.
No, it is not a code.
Okay, Google it again.
I'll check it.
Go on.
Let's see. Is
Because
DNA
this unique human genome project that was, I think it was completed recently, they came to the conclusion.
They did that, but it is not. Yes, DNA is considered the genetic code, a fundamental structure manual that uses, but 1 second. Yeah, ATCG lateral programming. Is it like a programming?
Exactly.
Is it like
No. Don't ask, is it like a programming?
because
the idea of the code itself shows that there is a unique code within the DNA. And this is unique in every cell of yours.
Yeah, see, like yes, DNA is considered a biological code.
Oh, thank you.
Storing instructions for life in a sequence of 4 bases ATCG, much like computer code stores data. But
Thank
the
you.
analogy to programming is imperfect. DNA is a dynamic system, not just static instructions. That's why it is not.
Of course, it is not the same as normal programming.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
it is much more complex than that, which shows us that the intelligence must be much more complex as well.
But do you think like it then comes to a conclusion, because we know that evolution has shaped this code based on the environment?
No. We are not talking about
Based on the
evolution yet.
environment. So-
we are talking about
Yeah,
abiogenesis.
but
Hold on. We are talking about abiogenesis, which means you're talking about.
No, I'm not talking about
Hold on.
abiogenesis.
I'm talking about abiogenesis because the first cell which came into existence, it wasn't just a simple cell. It is. If you look at even amoeba, one cell organism, it is quite complex. You know that.
It is complex.
Okay.
Yes, of
Now, for this to come by chance, who is this weirdo? Someone behind us. Oh, is it the police warning somebody? Okay, anyway. So, yeah. what I'm saying, the DNA is a code which your ChatGPT or your AI already confirmed.
But it is not a program.
No, we are not saying it's a program like a normal program you write, a programmer would write, but it is much more complex than that.
Yeah, but
It is
doesn't
dynamic.
prove like it is still coming
Listen,
from.
you know, dynamic programming is much more complex than the normal program that's written. For example, the artificial intelligence, which everyone is now aware of, okay, it has certain things which the code can write more code.
It's not the same, but
I didn't say it was the same. I'm saying it's much more complex in the DNA. Now imagine this. How many cells do you think are in your body?
millions, trillions.
Yeah, 100 trillion. In 100 trillion cell, this word, you know, the human genome, this is one long word, it's like 3.4 billion letters. Yeah? It is something which is unique in all of those 100 trillion or more cells.
Yes, but
and it's not just in.
the same. Yeah, but
and by the way, not just humans, also the animals.
Yeah, but what
so where
the
did
point is?
And the other thing which your ChatGPT or wherever you got that from, it mentioned one thing which is intelligence. It has data. It mentioned the term data. Yeah, where did the data come from?
I would like to understand that once you say this, okay, why don't you apply the same to the God itself? Because you consider all the traits like consciousness, will, okay, and omniscience, you are not applying it to. Why this special pleading just for?
It's not special pleading. I told you already. The necessary being is not contingent on anyone or anything. You need to have, in order to rule out the possibility of infinite causation or the infinite regress, which you have already said is impossibility in the real world.
Yeah, but no. Let's take.
You're going to make a U-turn on that, are you?
No.
Good.
What I'm saying is, let's keep the infinite regression aside. We agree on it.
No.
We agree on it.
These both are linked.
Yes.
The necessary being, the reason we actually came to the conclusion that there has to be the first cause, the necessary being, which brought about, which is the cause of all the causes, itself proves to us that we are not doing any special pleading. We came to the conclusion based on reasoning and rationality. And through deductive reasoning, we come to the conclusion that this first cause has to exist in order for you to rule out the infinite regress.
Yes, but why it has to be your God?
I didn't say it has to be my God.
No.
Right now we are, right now we are just, hold on. Right now, the reason, this cosmological argument, which is called the contingency argument, it is not to emphasize which God it is. Here the question is, does God exist, and that's it.
Yes, but in that case as well, it can be just a creator itself and not God.
Okay, does a creator require intelligence?
Sorry?
Does a creator require intelligence?
Does a creator require an intelligence?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Give me a creator who doesn't have intelligence.
I mean, see, the thing is the word create that we use. For example, within the universe.
Yeah.
For example, when we say that, okay, this is created, I won't consider it as created, because if you see, like, it is a novelty in general. The matter already existed, the RN already existed, we molded it into this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So the matter already
I'm talking about the molding part.
Yeah.
The molding part,
so
not the raw material.
So,
in order to mold this to this shape, does it require intelligence?
So are you saying like the raw material for God, for the creator, always existed?
God has been creating since we don't know when.
Since we don't know when.
Yes. For God to...
And why do you say so? Like, what is the reason behind that?
The reason behind that is because we see that we already exist. It must have come from somewhere. Yes. Jazak Allah Khair. You got one more for this, brother?
No, thanks. I already have.
Okay, what's your name, by the way?
My name is Ritvik.
Ritvik, nice meeting you, Ritvik. Sorry, I should have asked your name earlier. I normally do, but...
Sorry, what's your name?
Hashim. Yeah, sometimes in the flow, we do forget. So, apologies for that. And
No.
yeah, so where were we? Yeah, so the raw material, the question is about the existence itself. Okay? In order for this universe to exist, yes? there must be a first cause, because like I said, we have ruled out the infinite regress or the infinite chain of causation. That's how we got to the first cause. Now that we have found out the first cause does exist, or the necessary being does exist, there is no special pleading either, because we again go based.
Necessary being, but yeah, first cause.
But it's just semantics now. If you want to call it first cause, that's up to you.
It's not semantics, because the thing is, like, religion in general, okay, it has so much built up on things, the first cause it is, then it is creator, then it is God, then it is our God, these kinds of things. So all these things,
it's labels now. Now it's just labels.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So if you don't like the label God, that's fine. You can call it the intelligent being, the necessary being, the first cause, whatever you're going to call it. But the point here is that this being is the one who caused everything. In order for you to rule out the infinite regress, you have to use this, because we cannot in reality have a chain of infinite causation. Now, the buck stops somewhere. And we are saying that is with the necessary being. By the way, why don't you like the term necessary being?
No, I don't like means I am not convinced with the idea as of now that because consider this, let's say space and time, okay, in general they are intertwined with each other, okay. Without space, time makes no sense. Without time, space, because if you see causality, it requires matter to work on. Space requires, for example, one action that is happening.
Change is a change.
Change causes time, because if you see, like,
change doesn't cause time.
I mean, change is kind
you
of
interpret time as a change. Yeah.
It emerges, like, which we consider.
So in essence, it's just a change, basically.
So the thing is, like.
By the way, do you believe in the metaphysical world or you don't? Because you keep going to the physical world.
Sorry.
Do you believe in metaphysics or you don't?
Metaphysics in general, if we see, like, what we think in terms of forms. Physical thing, of course, we can.
You believe in the physical world? Okay.
Yeah.
Now do you believe?
I'm considering it from a physical perspective.
No, but that's why I'm saying, why are you limiting it to only physical existence?
Because
you're not just physical, you know that. You mentioned consciousness earlier. Is consciousness physical?
Yeah, I mean, it is, if we consider, like, we have no evidence as of now.
No. Do you believe you're conscious or you're not?
I believe I'm conscious.
Okay. Is that based on evidence?
But no.
There you go. So he believes on things without evidence.
No. Of course, we believe things without evidence.
No. Earlier you said you will only go based on science.
Belief and knowing are two different things. Okay. Belief and knowing are two.
Okay. Do you know you're conscious?
I believe I'm conscious.
Do you know you're conscious?
I'm not 100% sure that I'm conscious.
Oh, really? Wow.
Because there is, like, 99%
you have hit rock bottom by saying that, How do you know? Wait. How are you
I
not?
believe.
No. Wait.
Again, difference between belief and knowing are two different things.
What is knowing?
Knowing is when we have evidence of something which is, like, conclusive, at least, like.
No. Why? When you say evidence, what kind of evidence? Like only empirical evidence?
We can start with empirical evidence.
No. Is there any evidence besides
we are living in a physical world?
Is there evidence besides the empirical evidence? Put your hands in your pocket. It's much easier that way. Is there any evidence besides the empirical evidence?
Is there any evidence? Yeah, in philosophy you can say.
So why you keep jumping between the two when you believe in both?
Because if we see, like, we are physical beings, right?
Not only physical, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're more than just physical being.
Of course, if we say consciousness is emerging, okay?
Emerging?
Like, emerging from something that is based on our nervous system, our understanding of, like, whatever senses we have.
By the way, do you know all scientists believe in consciousness? They have to.
Might be.
What do you mean might be?
I mean, see, the point is, like.
Can you have critical thinking without consciousness?
No. See, my point is that whatever scientists believe in, it doesn't matter. There are scientists who believe in God. There are scientists who don't believe.
No, I'm talking about consciousness.
But it's more about, like, what they are able to prove.
So wait a minute. So unless you prove consciousness, it means you have no consciousness.
No, it doesn't mean.
So what is it then? Make up your mind.
Unless you believe in, if you believe in God exists, and if you don't know God exists, okay, these are two different things.
Okay, first you need to take a rest with regards to God. We are talking about your consciousness, which which you, without your consciousness, are you able to ask the questions and answer the
I
questions?
believe I am conscious guy.
No, not believe. Do you know you're conscious?
I believe I would consider it.
Do you know you're conscious?
Well, yeah, in some kind of like 80-90% you can say that.
Okay, so now 90% you're conscious. You know it.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
yet you have no evidence, right?
We don't have, we have kind of an evidence like
What evidence?
brain
Electrochemical waves
electrochemical-
are not
it's like
are not consciousness.
So what do you think is conscious?
Exactly my point earlier. We already discussed what is consciousness. Self-awareness is consciousness. Okay.
And how this
anyone
emerge-
who says that they are not sure if they are conscious or not, and yet they are speaking, yet they are asking questions, yes, they are thinking critically, then you don't know what consciousness is.
Sorry, can you come again?
Anyone who is able to use faculty of reasoning and they say they are not conscious, then they don't know what consciousness is. Because any being who has consciousness, only then you're able to have critical thinking. If you're not conscious, then you can't really have critical thinking. And that's the reason maybe for bacteria they don't consider as conscious to that degree. Okay? But the fact that it is still self-aware, is able to obtain its food, is able to latch onto the right things to obtain its food, that's fine. But the thing is that
bacteria are not.
yeah, but you're not a bacteria, you're a higher organism.
Yeah, I consider myself conscious. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so you know you're conscious.
Yeah.
Finally. Now,
It's still
a few minutes ago you were not sure, now you're sure. That's fine, no problem. You see, without any evidence, you came to this conclusion that you're conscious based on reasoning again. And that is the reason I'm saying anyone who claims that God is not conscious, they don't know what consciousness is.
No, I'm not talking about God is conscious. I'm talking about the first cause to be conscious.
First,
I'm saying.
for a first
First
cause,
cause to be conscious.
so you're,
The point-
you're saying it is possible for the first cause not to be conscious, yeah?
It is possible, yeah.
Okay, give me what is...
For example, universe can be, or universe or cosmos might be always existing, and universe is just a part of it. Considering
It still
causes-
requires a cause.
Yeah, but
Because the universe...
okay with the first cause. I'm saying
No.
that you have to prove that
No,
the first
I'm not-
cause is conscious.
I'm not saying the universe is the first cause. The universe is contingent.
I'm also not saying universe is the first cause. I'm
Good.
saying that the first cause, you have to give an evidence or something that proves that the first cause is consciousness. Conscious, basically.
Remember earlier I said in order for you to design something, you need to be conscious and intelligent.
Yeah, but in that case, I asked you that if whatever is the first cause, is it inside the, is it made up of matter or is it not outside of the matter? If it is outside of matter, how could you prove that it can be conscious?
Because we know matter didn't exist at one point.
Sorry?
Even the people who have looked at the Big Bang Theory,
How
which
would
is...
you consider the creator outside of the universe? How would you imagine it?
We can't imagine, that's the point.
So that
As a Muslim, we believe in the Quran, and the Quran gives us... Let me finish,
Yeah,
and then...
go ahead.
So, in the Quran, Allah says that there is nothing like unto Him. There is nothing like Him. لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. Okay? When Allah says there is nothing like Him, what does it mean? It means anything that you can imagine, anything that you have seen, anything you have experienced, anything that you have observed, all of those are rolled out. Because there are things which are from the unknown, you want to call it dimension, is up to you. Okay, from the unknown dimension. So we live in a dimension where you require certain things. For example, time, space, like you mentioned earlier, for us to operate. Okay, God is not subject to this. God transcends all of this. But for you to say that God doesn't require intelligence, then now you're making another fallacy, because you look around in the created world, there is a lot of design which cannot become from without intelligence, like the DNA I mentioned earlier. Remember that note you read? It requires data. It contains data. It contains a code, both of which cannot be possible without an intelligent being. Okay?
Then again, like, you just believe in whatever there is in Quran and
No, I gave you deductive reasoning for DNA.
No. What I'm saying is, like,
I gave you both.
when I ask you a question about the nature of the God, Okay, if it exists outside of the matter or outside of the reality.
Yeah.
in general, right. So my point.
When you
is,
say reality, you
Like-
mean outside the physical world?
outside of the.
That's fine, no problem. Yeah.
So in general, then in that case, you said you quoted Quran, right?
No, I said,
You quoted Quran, right? That Allah
yeah.
is something.
I said that
But-
for a being, like, remember earlier I said through deductive reasoning that even before the cosmos was created, even before the universe was created, okay? In order for the universe to exist, there must be something that existed before it. The reason is because there was a point when the universe didn't exist.
My question is not related.
Yeah, but it is.
Question is-
We came through this conclusion based on deductive reasoning, not just based on the Quran.
Yeah, but my point, if you remember the question that I asked earlier,
Yeah.
was that
You were asking what is God made of?
yes, I mean, how would you imagine God? Okay,
We can't.
and
That's the point. I've told you
yeah,
already.
yeah. So the point is that it doesn't tell you anything about the God. Okay?
No, it does.
I mean, yeah, because it is.
Because you're limiting yourself to only the physical existence. I'm not. You're the one limiting yourself to
Yeah,
physical
but
existence.
you-
I'm saying there's a metaphysical existence as well, like your consciousness, which you came through deductive reasoning without the Quran or the Bhagavad Gita or any other scriptures. Am I right?
Sorry.
I'm saying you came to the conclusion that you're conscious, okay, without empirical evidence, without any religious scriptures.
But
So
at least I can try to understand,
similarly,
right?
through deductive reasoning, you can come to the conclusion that there is a being, okay, which brought all of this into existence, and we ruled out the possibility of infinite regress.
See, the thing is, like, I'm specifically pointing out one thing that you said, like, what you said, Quran mentioned that there is not something like him.
Yeah, that is to show you that
Yeah.
you kept asking
Yeah,
what is
but
God,
the
and I'm
thing
saying
is,
we
like,
don't know.
It is like
We don't know what is
it is like it is somehow limiting you from asking right questions.
No, it's
Is
not. It's not.
So I can ask questions, and
If
I
you
don't
you
get
can
the
ask
answer-
questions, remember that's the reason. In fact, I gave you the opportunity to
Yeah.
ask
So
questions.
that's what I'm asking.
No,
For
no,
example-
listen. I gave you the opportunity to ask questions without limiting yourself to just the physical existence.
Yeah, but in that case as well, like, it raises more questions. The problem,
Okay, what questions does it raise? Go on.
the problem is, like, if you say, like, if it is outside of the physical world,
Yeah.
for example, then first of all, and it created the physical world,
Yes.
right? Let's consider this. So in general, if it is outside of the metaphysical world,
Not outside the metaphysical world.
sorry, it is
Physical
like,
world.
it is outside of the physical world.
Yeah.
Does it exist with nothing? Like,
Does it
for
exist with
example-
nothing?
For example, how did a metaphysical entity like God
Mm-hmm.
created the physical world?
By its ability to create.
Like,
It has the attribute of create.
like what? Like,
No, its attribute, one of its attribute is to the ability to
and
create.
like, how did it create it? Like,
We don't know the howness, but we know that the universe exists.
should we ask this question? Like,
Yeah,
how did it create?
you can ask a question,
Yeah.
but that's not important. The howness is not important. The fact that
Why is not important?
I'll tell you why. Because the physical world already exists.
Yeah, but it doesn't. If I want to understand it, I have, like, if it increases my understanding and it brings me closer to the acceptance towards God, then I think I should ask that question. Right?
Okay, I'll tell you why it's immaterial. Okay, imagine you didn't know how to create this fence. Okay, imagine you don't know how the fence is created. Does it stop the fence from existing?
Imagine how. Sorry.
You don't know how the fence is created or manufactured. Just use the term manufactured, no problem. You don't know how it's manufactured. Does it stop the fence from existing?
Does it? Sorry.
Does it stop the fence from existing in reality?
Yes, if I.
You don't know the process of manufacturing.
Yeah, yes.
Does it stop it from existing in the real world?
Does it?
Come on, it's a simple question.
Yes. No, it does not.
There you go. No, it doesn't stop it existing. Whether you know how it's manufactured or not, irrelevant. It's immaterial of that. It doesn't stop two things. The fact that it was manufactured by somebody. Number two, that it does exist in the real world. The process of how it was made is irrelevant for either the existence of the manufacturer or for the fence to exist in
Why
reality.
it is irrelevant? Sorry, can you-
Because without knowing that information, the fact that this exists itself proves that there must be someone who made it, number one.
No, no.
Number
I'm asking
two,
about the process of how.
no.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
that's what I'm saying. Even without you knowing the process, how the manufacturing process of this fence, you will still assume that somebody manufactured it, right?
no.
So it came by itself.
That's not my question.
Let me ask you, can this fence come by itself?
Can this fence commit by itself?
Yeah.
It's possible. If
It's
given
possible.
Infinite time. Yeah, infinite.
It's possible based on what?
Yeah, infinite time and the matter itself. Yeah.
Really? Where did you get that from? Which scientist believes that?
I mean, again, scientist believes. I don't care whether what scientist.
No, but give me some reference. You're just making a claim.
No, I am saying it can if given infinite time.
So infinite time.
But that
Well, no. Hold on.
No.
Hold on.
Hashim.
What you just said
Hashim.
is illogical.
Sorry, Hashim. That is not my question. I think we are digressing the topic.
No, we are not. I gave you the logical possibility that this without knowing the process of manufacturing, you will still come to the conclusion somebody made it.
My question was.
By the way, that argument that you just made, that given infinite time, the fence can exist by itself.
If in matter, yes, of course.
That's nonsense.
But
No, that's utter nonsense.
We are digressing from the topic.
Okay, so
Hashim.
you don't want to admit that it's nonsense.
No, Hashim.
Because you
We are
just
digressing the
entertain
topic.
an
No,
illogical
I think,
possibility.
I think we are digressing from the topic.
We are not. You asked the question,
I asked the question.
how did God make the universe? Am I right? How did God make matter?
How did metaphor? So
Yeah.
how did it made it? Okay, so my point is, like you said, we don't know.
We don't know the howness.
We don't know the howness.
Yeah.
So if I ask that, and if it brings me closer to the God,
Yeah.
okay, should I ask that question?
You can ask, no problem.
Yes.
But the answer to that is we don't know the howness. I've given you the answer already.
So the thing is,
If you want to dwell on that, that's up to you.
Yeah.
Like for me, I kept dwelling on the fact that
example-
this, how is this manufactured? I can keep dwelling on it till the cows come home. It will not show me the process. You see what I mean? So unless somebody physically shows you the process, then you will not know.
but see,
So you can keep entertaining the question, no problem. But my question is that the fact that the fence exists, we automatically assume somebody made it. We don't say infinite time made it. That is the dumbest argument ever if anybody makes that.
But if, for example, because in metaphysical world, there is no physical thing, right?
In the metaphysical world, yeah.
There is no physical thing,
Yeah.
right?
But we were talking about the creation of the universe.
Yeah, but if we are talking about this matter,
No, we were talking about the creation of the universe, which is matter.
which is matter. Correct?
Thank you, yeah.
Correct. So the point.
Let's come back to the point about the howness.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as we know, the howness, we don't have an answer to that. And I'm saying it's not even important. Just like it's not
Why
important.
it's not important?
I'll tell you why. Because without knowing the process of manufacturing of anything, even then you will conclude that it has a manufacturer for any physical thing.
Can
Okay?
you, sorry, can you?
I just gave you the example of the fence, which I don't know, you still didn't understand. Okay, anyway, look, if you want to dwell on the howness, that's up to you. But right now, I'm saying that we don't know the howness, but it doesn't rule out the creator.
It doesn't rule out the creator, I agree.
And that is a necessary
But-
being we are
yeah,
talking about.
Yeah, it doesn't rule out. But again, the same point comes in that it's still not the only explanation. Like,
What is the explanation? Give me the other
you know,
explanation.
that universe, metaphysical, let's say, physical world always existed, or there might be multiple necessary beings, or there might be like other ways universe might exist that we don't know about. For example, 4-dimensional being creating a 3-dimensional universe kind of a thing.
Speaking about different dimensions doesn't disprove the existence of a necessary being.
Yes, but it doesn't tell us that it is the only explanation.
It is the only explanation.
No, it is not the only explanation.
Okay,
We just
let's take one by one the other alternatives you
For
give.
example, there can be multiple beings. Yeah.
Okay, when you say multiple beings, do they have any power?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you know that?
I mean, consider it like there can be.
No, you're just making claims now.
I mean, it's the same. It's your.
No, I gave you the deductive reasoning for each one. And you can watch the video if you want.
Like you said, one necessary being. Right?
Yeah.
But why there can be more. For example, you are just claiming that there can be only one necessary.
Yes.
I am saying why.
You know what necessary means? You know what necessary means? That means it cannot be otherwise.
Cannot be otherwise, but again
And it is not contingent.
Claim, right?
It is not contingent.
Yeah, but it's again.
Okay, so
you
here is
can't just back up with one.
I'll tell you,
with the another.
if you let me finish, I'll tell you how.
Please.
When you have a contingent being, okay, then I'm saying that is not a necessary being. A necessary being, by definition, is not contingent. Are you with me so far?
I agree with you, but the thing is, it's like necessary being. I understand it. You are saying contingent being. I agree on that.
Good.
But the problem is why it is the only explanation. Just by definition, it cannot be. Then
No, because I'm going to rule out every explanation you gave so far. One of the explanations you gave is about a cyclic universe. Is the universe contingent? Even a cyclic one, is it contingent?
Well, it can, if we consider if it is circle, yeah.
What do you mean circle?
I mean, circle just like a circle has no.
No,
starting
cyclic.
point, right?
Cyclic doesn't mean it's a circle. Cyclic means it basically,
Precedes with.
yeah, it expands and
expand
collapses,
and
expands,
collapses,
but
yeah.
it is still contingent. If you look at it, it's still contingent.
If it is like we consider like if it is a circle, it might be we can't find a starting point in that, right?
No, but you,
a circle.
no. You don't know the starting point doesn't mean it's a circle.
Sorry?
This is just again just a blind claim without any process.
It's your claim against. I mean,
I never said
like,
circle. You said it.
What I'm saying, it can be. Again, what I'm saying.
Based on
is-
what?
See, I think my point I'm trying to make is, you are saying that.
By the way, do you know what I meant when I said the universe is contingent? Do you know what I meant?
Yes, you said like it is dependent on something.
Yeah, not just for its beginning. It is dependent even internally on everything. If you look at every component within the universe, for example, you're one component, I'm one component in the universe. We are dependent. We all are contingent, including every galaxy, every star, everything in the cosmos is contingent. So you cannot say the universe itself is non-contingent. It is contingent.
I'm not saying that.
Good. So now we can rule out the universe as one of the explanations, possible explanations, which you gave. What was the other explanation you gave?
I mean, there can be four-dimensional being creating three.
Okay, what is the
There can be
four?
multiple.
What is a four-dimensional being? Explain to me.
For example, four spatial dimensions,
What are the four dimensions?
like height, width. As of now, we have like 4 dimensions: height, width, length, and time.
Yeah.
Time considering.
That's
four-dimensional.
so. That is still.
Yeah, if we consider like
You're
four-dimensional being,
you are in the four dimension, right?
I mean, 3 physical and one
Yeah.
time. And if there can
Which includes everything in the universe, which we already said is contingent.
no, I'm saying like more than 4 dimensional. For example, considering it, or there can.
What
be
is the
multiple-
no? But you need to
multiple
tell me what the fifth dimension is.
No, I'm saying again. My point is,
Your point is pointless.
no, it's not pointless.
Okay, go on. Tell me what's the fifth dimension.
It's not pointless. My point is, the explanation that you are giving, what I'm asking is why it can be the only explanation. When I gave you other examples like higher dimensional beings or multiple necessary beings or cosmos existing, in general.
We already ruled out the cosmos because it's contingent. Okay. The other thing you gave is like if something exists in
the universe,
if something exists in 5
For
dimensions.
example, multiple necessary beings.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
So again,
No problem. No, let's deal with the dimension. The fifth dimension.
Wait.
Are the dimensions upon which it depends? Yes.
Let
Good.
me complete.
Go on.
My point is, whatever I'm saying right now, okay, so it's not about I'm making that claim that this is the only way it can happen. My point is,
The alternatives you gave are not tenable.
yeah, so that my point is,
Pointless.
the point that you are trying to make is that this is the only explanation that is a necessary being, right? My question is why this is the only explanation and other all.
So give me other alternatives because we have ruled out everything else.
No, you have not ruled out.
Okay, which one have I not ruled out? Go
For
on.
example, go with the multiple necessary beings.
Okay, when you say multiple necessary beings, tell me about them. Tell me what these are.
I mean, it can be the same thing. One can be like
The question is why do you
highly intelligent metaphysical beings who created physical universe. Let's go.
highly intelligent?
Highly intelligent metaphysical beings which created
Okay.
multiple.
So tell me about them.
I mean, they can create they can create the physical universe.
Yeah,
That's
the
it.
necessary being can do that. So,
So there can be multiple beings, right?
no, you're saying multiple beings. Are they all equally powerful?
Might be.
Okay, let me ask you something. Do they have will?
Yeah.
Okay. What if they're equally powerful, and let's say one being says, "I want to create a universe," the other being says, "I don't want to create a universe." Whose will be coming true?
If they are powerful, they can say, okay, you go and create it. I don't want to create it.
No, but the other one is saying, "I don't want to create it," and they're equally powerful.
It's fine.
And they're equally powerful.
Yeah.
So if they're equally powerful,
So
one being is saying, "I want to create a universe," another is saying, "I don't want to create a
So
universe."
the one being can say, okay, go ahead and create it. You are powerful. You can create your own universe.
No, but the other one is saying, "I don't want to create a." It means
It's okay. You cannot create. I mean, it's like,
you somehow think
it's
that they
like-
agree
no,
with
no,
each other.
It's like, okay, I want to throw this. It's like you and me are both powerful beings. You are saying, I want to throw this rock. I would say, okay, go ahead and throw it.
No, but I will not let you throw the rock because I'm also powerful. Can I stop you? If we both are equally powerful and you're saying I want to throw the rock, I'm saying no, don't throw the rock. Can I stop you?
But why would you want to stop me?
My will,
Sorry.
my independent will.
So I'm not stopping you. You can.
No, but I want to stop you because I'm equally powerful.
Okay, then you can try.
Okay, so then we'll fight.
Not necessarily. We
Okay,
can
then whose will take precedence?
For example, if they are wise people, let's go ahead with that.
No, wise doesn't mean they have to agree and submit. Wise doesn't mean they have to agree and submit.
Wise doesn't mean do they find any issues with that?
No, wise does not mean that they have to agree.
Yeah, but wise.
I'm saying that you throwing the stone is counterproductive. So I want to.
How?
So
How
I'm going
is it
to.
counter?
I'm not telling you the howness right now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's my will to stop you. Can I stop you?
They are wise.
No. The question is, can I stop you?
It is not the question.
It is the question.
No, because if
What does independent will mean if you don't have the will to do something?
even if it is, for example, even if it is.
Have you seen the limitation of your multiple beings now? I don't know if you realize
I don't
this.
think so.
It
is.
Okay, let me.
So it is a limitation.
I'll tell you why it is a limitation.
If we
No.
consider.
What?
If we consider, let's say, you and I both are, let's say, the necessary being. Okay, and if we can talk about it. That why do you want to throw rock? And if you can tell me that I want to throw rock because I want to, and
I want to stop you because I want to,
because I want to create something.
and I don't want you to create something.
Okay, then you can try. I mean, you can go ahead and you can do it. Because
No, I'm going to stop you every time you try to create.
And I think we are not wise.
No, who says we are not wise?
I mean, because wise requires rationality.
You're saying wise requires compromise.
No, it might be required rationality.
No, compromise.
For example, like
Do you agree? Do you know what compromise is?
compromise in what? For example,
In this situation, like you want to do something which I don't want to let you do. So we have to come to a compromise, means whatever I wanted to do and whatever you wanted to do, we have to stop doing that.
okay. And what if they say, okay, I want to create universe? Okay, I'll agree with
You're
you.
going back in a circle now.
No. But
By the way, look,
see, one of the
I don't know if you realize this. I suggest you go home and watch this. What you have done is you have appealed to compromise. I'm saying an independent God doesn't need to compromise. It has independent will to do anything.
But
Let me finish.
Yeah.
That's why you have to listen in order to understand this. Very important point. An independent, supreme being does not need to compromise or come to an agreement with anyone because it's above everything. That's the reason it is supreme being. And the necessary being is supreme all the time. It is not only maximally perfect, like in intelligence, in its ability to create, for example, in its wisdom, in everything. It's supreme without compromise, and yet we come to the conclusion that that is the reason we can only say that the necessary being has to be one, it cannot be multiple. Otherwise you will end up in a situation which we were doing right now.
but if
You
we
throw
agree-
stone, I'm saying don't throw stone.
if we both agree, let's throw the stone.
Exactly, that is called compromise.
Yeah, but
A supreme being doesn't need to compromise.
It's okay.
In Hinduism, that's the reason, you know what happens, because you had multiple, I'm not saying you personally, but in Hinduism, the religion, they had so many gods and they used to fight with each other. Do you know that Shiva and Vishnu fought?
I know that.
Good.
But
And
that's
Vishnu then in their scriptures, the Vaishnavite scriptures, Vishnu subdued Shiva. And in the Shivite scripture,
I do.
Shiva subdued Vishnu.
I do know that.
That is what you end up with when you have multiple beings which are necessary and equally powerful.
But if we compromise,
It doesn't need to compromise. That's what I'm saying. Then if it needs to compromise, it's not maximally perfect.
Yeah, but they can still create the universe. So it is still the explanation.
Did you see what I just said? I don't think you heard it. I said any being which is supreme and powerful and it compromises, then it is not maximally perfect.
But it's okay.
Okay, you can keep arguing about this, but I suggest you go home and you read it because you're just arguing for the sake of argument right now. So we ruled out the cosmos. We ruled out the cyclic cosmos. We ruled out multiple beings. You can keep shaking your head, but you haven't given me anything as a rebuttal.
I have already given to you.
What? Compromise.
Yes, of course.
It's not a maximally perfect being.
So it's okay. You say.
By the way, compromise. Do you know compromise is a weakness?
No. Hashim,
Compromise is a weakness in this case.
Hashim, listen to me.
Yeah.
First of all, when we were talking about creator, it is not necessary that it has to be maximally perfect to create the universe.
It has to be.
No, it is not, does not.
Where did you get?
Why it is?
Okay, can you create an imperfect universe?
Sorry.
Can you create? Does a necessary being create an imperfect?
What is the meaning of imperfect universe?
Means it has chaos in it.
Sorry.
It has chaos.
How chaos?
Not order.
Is imperfect? How chaos is imperfect?
Really?
Yeah. How chaos is imperfect?
Give me any organization that has chaos and is perfect.
Sorry.
Any organization where there's rules and regulations, but there is chaos, and it is still perfect. Give me any example.
How?
Give me an example.
Sorry. Can you come again, please? I didn't understand it.
Any organization which has rules and regulations, but has chaos, and yet it is perfect.
Why are you comparing chaos with perfect and imperfect? How do you consider chaos as imperfect? That's what I want to understand.
You think chaos is perfect?
No, I'm saying chaos is imperfect.
Thank you.
I am not saying
Because what?
I'm asking you that.
Okay.
prove
What does
me
chaos
how
mean? What does chaos mean?
Sorry.
What does chaos mean?
Chaos means an order. Let's say for example.
Sorry, means what?
An order, like
Inorderly.
a random, basically.
No, random is not chaos. Inorderly. So, for example, if you have,
Order is random.
I'll tell you what is chaos. If the traffic lights stop working, there'll be chaos. Do you agree?
In order.
Yeah. If the traffic lights stop working, stop functioning, for example, you got a really busy junction, and the traffic lights they fail. Will that be chaos?
There would be a.
Is that perfect?
It's not. It might be perfect for the thieves or someone who wants.
Maybe for you it's
chaos.
perfect, but for the world it's not perfect.
Yeah, but it's not necessary. Like order is not perfect, right?
Order is not perfect.
Yeah.
The whole idea of perfection is that it must be orderly. You're now, for the sake of argument, you're arguing. Chaos, everybody knows, is not perfect. That's the definition of chaos.
It's from an anthropological point of view, not in general for the
No,
universe, right?
even if you look in the universe, listen. In the universe, the planets they actually revolve in an orbit. Now, if the orbits come into each other's path, will that be chaos, or will there still be order and perfection? How the planets operate?
From whose point of view?
From your point of view.
Sorry.
From your point of view.
So from my point of view, if there is like two planets are colliding, for example, black hole is.
Not black hole, planets.
I'm just saying.
No, but stick to one definition.
Yeah.
Planets, when they collide and they move out of orbit, is that chaos or is that perfection?
It's not chaos for the universe.
Oh dear. Let's leave it there actually, because right now you're just arguing for the sake of argument.
I'm not.
Even though you don't. You're the first person who says that chaos means perfection.
I am not saying anything. I think
you are saying that.
No.
Okay, so are you saying chaos is not perfection?
I'm saying comparing chaos to imperfection from an anthropological point of view is not correct.
So from which point of view will you define it?
Imperfect is something subjective.
No.
Imperfect.
From which point of view?
For example, you are arguing that the God is something. God is something that is cannot create something is already perfect and cannot create something that is imperfect.
No, I'm saying God will not cause chaos and still remain maximally perfect.
How it cannot cause chaos and.
Because chaos means without order.
How can you say that universe is not without chaos, because if you see, can you consider planet getting sucked in?
How many
black
planets
hole?
have you seen colliding?
Sorry?
How many planets have you seen colliding?
His question.
I-
So many questions.
How many planets have you seen colliding?
No. Let me finish first.
Go
Yeah.
on.
So what I'm saying is that black
The
hole,
fact that the universe,
No.
all the planets are moving in an orderly fashion
Chaos.
implies that there is
What I'm
perfection in the
saying-
universe.
No. What I'm saying is black hole sucking out a planet? Is it
Black hole
chaos?
sucking out a planet.
Sucking out a planet? Is it chaos?
Where have you seen a black hole sucking out a planet?
In general, like why I have to see it? Like it's in.
Because you're the one making the claim. So tell me where.
I mean, I'm asking you a question.
No. You have to tell me, because if you're making this as a claim, then substantiate it.
Okay, let's say asteroid asteroid going coming onto Earth and causing destruction.
How do you know that wasn't planned? How do you know it wasn't planned?
How do you know it was? No. I am asking you a question. How do you know
Okay.
that why it is something that
Here's the definition of chaos. Let me see if you agree with this. Chaos means total disorder.
what you have asked?
Chaos.
No,
I
what
just
you
asked
asked?
chaos. That's it. Okay. Chaos means total disorder, confusion, or jumble, and that is what I've been telling you. Okay.
Yeah, but chaos and
Is
We are not talking about the chaos theory. We are talking about chaos here.
yeah, chaos theory is different.
equal
Yeah, chaos theory is different. That's what I'm saying.
These are
Yeah.
simultaneistic
imperfection. Yeah, just give me a minute.
So total disorder and confusion. Unless you believe in a God who is confused,
No,
total
chaos-
confusion.
Is chaos equal to imperfection? No, chaos isn't strictly equal to imperfection, but they are deeply linked. Chaos often
Deeply
arises
linked.
from
Yeah,
slight
thank you.
imperfection in deterministic
Do you
systems.
think that God can
With
only make
imperfections drive emergent orders and complexity within a chaotic system, making
That's the chaos theory you're talking about. That's different.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying chaos itself shows disorderly and confusion.
Yeah, but if you use the term chaos loosely,
Yeah.
there will be more problems if he uses the term chaos, because chaos and
Chaos is equal to imperfection.
You know, he's.
yeah, but chaos
I'll give you the context. He's talking in the context of God.
yeah.
I'm saying God is not someone who is an imperfect being who would cause chaos, disorderly, and confusion, like the way you're trying to imply.
But-
I'm saying God is maximally perfect. Wait a minute, brother. God is maximally perfect, and for him to do something that is disorderly and confusing
But he does.
implies
He does.
implies imperfection.
He does actually.
But
he does
he
actually.
We are talking about your God. I'm talking about my God who's maximally perfect. I'm talking about maximally perfect God is not someone who does things which is disorderly and imperfect. Maybe you believe in a God who is such.
No,
but
I
I'm
don't
saying
believe in-
I'm saying that if you look in the universe, that's all you need to do. Look at the universe. And we see that there are planets who actually at the end of that term, and first thing that goes is normally the sun. Many suns been actually absorbed in the black hole. And this is the end of that galaxy. Because at the middle of every galaxy, you see a black hole. Yeah? When it is time for the galaxy to end, all of it is absorbed in the black hole. So it destroys everything in it. But you see, our galaxy, the Milky Way, is very unique. It is the only one with life form. Okay? I know you'll bring the gap of science saying, we might have other. Brother Jazak Allah Khair.
Yeah, just give me.
Okay. You want some?
No,
You sure?
thanks.
Okay, keep you warm actually. What I'm saying is that our universe is, when I say not our universe, our galaxy, the Milky Way, it has, the black hole is not as powerful or as immense in its power considered to the nearest. Do you know which is the nearest galaxy to ours? The Milky Way.
Yes.
Which one is it?
Andromeda.
Yeah, the Andromeda. The Andromeda has a huge black hole in the middle. And it's much more chaotic over there. Not chaotic in the sense that it is much, I would say, intense in its, obviously, in its force and so on. If our sun was like a fraction outside, away from our planet, or our planet being a fraction close to the sun, then we wouldn't exist. Life wouldn't exist on this planet. Yeah?
We are in a habitable zone, but that doesn't prove that why it is like in all the universe, why it's only our planet, because there
In
are
all the universe. We can only see one universe. We can't see multiple universes. Even if they did exist, we can't see it. Yeah, that's
yeah. The thing is like it still doesn't prove that it's a perfect universe.
It is actually. It shows perfection in all.
I mean, come on.
It's orderly. It's not
think about
chaotic.
it,
That's for sure.
Just think about it.
Yeah.
Like earthquake killing humans.
That's not imperfection.
How does not?
Earthquakes is because of the tectonic plates.
Sorry.
Okay, it's not because of imperfection. Everything has a process.
It
has an
not-
explanation. It has a process.
But it does not require a tectonic plate because.
How do you know it doesn't require?
Yeah, but
How is the pressure released, you think, from the...
Why would God create such kind of suffering like that, right?
we're coming to the question on suffering.
Yeah,
That's,
I mean,
this will open another topic. I'll tell you what, next Sunday if you're here, we can talk about that. No problem.
Next Sunday, but next Sunday.
Yeah, no problem.
I think I'll have.
You know, we spoke about DNA, yes, and we know that it has data. It is a code. It requires intelligence. Okay, if you can explain this,
disagree.
I'll tell you what. Go and do some studies and come back, and you tell me how is it possible for something like the DNA. Sorry, what was your name again?
My name is Ritwik.
Ritwik. R-I-T-W-I-K. How many letters? 5? 6. Okay. Imagine somebody wrote Ritwik on the beach. Would you assume that somebody wrote it? Or would you assume infinite time brought it into
Because
existence?
I know. See, the point is that I know that someone can write it because I've already seen people writing. And
No, I'm saying in case you didn't see somebody writing it, then what would you automatically assume?
If, for example, see, the problem here is if I can see a pattern and know that if it is something that is written, and I know because I can identify patterns.
Good.
Yeah.
You see pattern in the DNA as well, right?
So no, it is not the pattern. That's the problem.
It is the pattern.
No, it is
the
not.
human genome is a perfect example of an intelligent design, and the pattern itself.
Because the language that we have created as of now, like let's say if we are given ATC, whatever ATCG, what we have given, we know what A means, what we have assigned a value to ATCG.
Yeah, we assign those
Yeah,
values.
so-
but the code was already there from before.
Yeah, but the thing is like alphabets in general are not something that is abstract or existed in the universe. We have created this ATCG on our.
No, but you said given enough time, it can happen. If it can create the friends, which is much more complex than your name.
So then, given enough time, life can exist by.
No, but do you agree with that? Do you agree with that?
But then in the same thing.
Ritwik, can you please answer the question without evading it? Your name, Ritwik, can it be written on a beach given enough time?
If I know that that it's a language that exists, in that case, yes. But the problem is.
Oh, wait. Sorry, yes, what? That given enough time, you will.
If I have created that language, I know what R means, what no I means, or what I know about, like, what are these letters? Okay, what if they mean? In that case, yes, I know that someone has written it.
Okay, so it cannot come through infinite time.
Sorry?
Do you agree? It doesn't come through infinite time.
Yes, because
Is that a possibility to rule out, or you will still entertain that?
So it is based on the thinking mind, because I already know that.
Good. So it requires intelligence, yes? Thinking mind is intelligence. Yes.
And to know that what R means.
Good, no problem. So you're saying language can only come through intelligence. Is that what you're saying?
Language through, yes.
Okay. What about the fence? Does it come through intelligence or without intelligence?
Fans can come from intelligence as well as given enough time.
So language can come. It cannot come through infinite time, but the fence can. I mean, honestly, you really are talking about impossibilities now, and you're entertaining that as possibility. But when it comes to God, you want all the proof. I'm surprised.
No.
This is possible to come by itself, but sorry, I'll just pick that up later. Don't worry. We'll throw it later, because it's going to fall again. If the 6-letter word cannot come by itself and through infinite time, but the fence can, then you surely are now using equivocation here. This is a fallacy as well, equivocation. So you're using the same kind of explanation of the words, but you're applying different meaning to it. You, my friend, have only 6 letters in your name, Ritwik, yeah? The DNA, do you know how many letters are? That ATCG, it actually forms an entire big word, yeah, because that's the human genome. And every single cell of yours will have that. Do you know how big that word is? How many letters?
How many letters?
3.4 billion letters. if 6 letters cannot come by themselves, and you expect 3.4 billion letters forming that word in your human genome can come by itself, then you surely are now using special pleading
See,
clearly.
no.
Yes.
The problem here again,
A fallacy in itself.
I think it's gonna go back again on the same thing.
Yeah,
Perhaps,
because I think I've demonstrated enough examples for you to show that the necessary being can only be one, and the necessary being brought all of this into existence through deductive reasoning. Okay, I did not even quote the Quran except for that one place where you ask the howness. Okay, the howness cannot, and it's not even. It is immaterial to this discussion. Just like without me knowing how this fence is manufactured, I can still assume somebody manufactured it. Unlike you who says that given enough time it will come by itself. I mean, that is nonsense, utterly nonsense.
I think so.
Neither scientific nor logical.
It's still not convincing. Perhaps we can again have a discussion.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's
Yeah, no problem.
I'll keep an open mind.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
thank you very much.
Thanks for your time, Ritvik. And hopefully, maybe read the Quran and come back with some questions on it. Have you read the Quran?
I've not, but I've heard a lot. So
Why didn't you read it? What's wrong with reading something? And because
No.
gaining information, gaining knowledge is always a positive thing.
yes, definitely. That's why I'm an agnostic. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Would you accept the Quran if I gave it to you free?
No.
No?
Thanks.
Why is that?
Because I
I
think
thought you were open-minded.
because I can read online.
Yeah, but there's nothing like a physical book,
I usually try to.
Have you read it online though?
I've read.
You have?
I've read. I mean, I.
Why didn't you come with some questions from the Quran?
Hashim.
Sorry?
Sorry, I've talked to Mansoor. I think he's.
Oh, you spoke to Mansoor. Okay.
Yeah. It's been a long back, but
Yeah.
I think he did. I had some questions related to like what is the difference between Quran and Hadith. So
Yeah,
he-
sure.
he-
Next time you got any questions on Islam, inshallah, do bring that up. But you see, we as Muslims believe in the oneness of Allah. So this philosophical arguments, like the cosmological arguments, like the contingency argument, the Kalam cosmological argument. Some of the early Muslims, many people think this
Yeah,
were.
I think it's Ibn Sina. I think.
Yeah, Ibn Sina, Imam Ghazali, they brought up this
I've
logical argument, and this was basically to refute the others who were believing in gods and so on at that time, to show them how this is possible through reasoning and deductive reasoning and through logic, through rationality, without even bringing in theological perspective.
Because the thing is like, see, the problem is religion in general is like, we see there are like lots of religions. So even my point has always been that first I need to understand what the reality is, how it works.
Yeah.
Okay. And the problems that I see.
That's exactly what we did throughout this discussion.
Yes. Yeah, but the thing is like it's still like it's still not convincing enough. The considering like from this perspective of necessary being. Okay, there is a lot of things.
You haven't given any refutation, to be fair with you.
Yes, because considering
Your refutations were not present, plus the alternatives you gave were basically also illogical, which we also kind of
I
refuted,
won't say
which I
illogical,
refuted
but
during
the
this
thing is,
discussion.
like, the thing is like metaphysical things, or when we talk about like metaphysical things.
Yeah, like your consciousness.
Yeah. It is-
You have to believe certain things, by.
Of course, I think if you don't believe in things, you are not human.
Yeah, you can't be conscious because you see there are many scientists.
But the difference is believing in. But the difference is believing and knowing are two different things.
Yeah, but you know you're conscious. Remember, we came to that conclusion as well.
I mean, it's still yet. We are so
Without
in a way.
many people think that empirical evidence is the final say.
I
No, it
don't
is not.
think so.
It
I
is
don't
not.
think so.
It is only one way of it is only one form of evidence. The courts will accept even testimony as evidence. Do you know that? And most scientists, if you look, most scientists, they do not go and perform every experiment. They will take the testimony of other scientists whom they regard as being credible, and they will say, yes, I will assume that this particular scientist is someone I trust, so I will take their conclusion as being acceptable, rather than me doing the experiment all over again. And even in the scientific world, this is how it works, okay? Because if everyone goes and tries to discover something or the other every time, there's no point in reinventing the wheel.
Even I consider that there are different ways to truth, and not empirical evidence is not something that can
Okay, good.
always.
Alhamdulillah. I'm glad you say that.
Yeah, so-
Also,
But the thing is, I mean, it's always like it's not stops on one question only. Okay.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's always like I can ask more.
Of course, you can ask more questions. Yeah, but sometimes you cannot be all the time being rejecting everything that doesn't matter. Keep questioning.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to, once you have come to a conclusion, with reasonable evidence, then you should, stop overthinking, because many people have this disease. I'm not saying you're like that, but some people have this hyper-skeptical view about everything.
That's correct. Yeah.
You see that? In fact, that is a disease. This is a problem with many people. They will be hyper skeptical about. I mean, even if I ask them, okay, do you have evidence that your mother and father are actually your parents? They will say, no, I don't have evidence, but this is what everyone says to me, and I believe it. So you see, this is not coming from empirical evidence; it's coming from testimony. Even the hyper-skeptical beings, sometimes they'll have to come to the conclusion that it is based on testimony, and they will accept that testimony, because not everyone goes and does a DNA test.
Yes, of course.
You see what I mean? So if we live in a real world like ours, then someone who's hyper-skeptical about everything is a mental disease, and this is the reason that they sometimes are never satisfied in their life. These people they have problem with marriage, they have problem with their own families, problem with friends, problem with their peers, problem with the teachers as well. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So anyway, don't be hyper-skeptical. Come to conclusion based on reasonable evidence, reasonable logic, and so on.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. Yeah.
Let's talk.
Thanks.
Next week as well.
Atheism is not tenable. All right.
Like God is not tenable.
Oh well, majority of the world believes in God, so you guys are still in the minority. You guys are still in the minority. Anyway, Jazak Allah Khairan, guys. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope you guys enjoyed the discussion. If you did, do like, share, and comment, and do keep us in your du'as as well. Alhamdulillah, it's pretty cold today, -3 degrees. We are still enjoying the Dawah. I'm glad there are some open-minded people out there who are willing to have a discussion, even if they're atheist, agnostic. We pray that Allah gives them hidayah and shows them the right path, so that their eternal life will be not against them. It'll be basically in their favor, where they have eternal bliss. And we pray this for all the people who are living, Alhamdulillah, may Allah give them hidayah. But ultimately, hidayah or guidance is in the hands of Allah alone. So we convey the message, we leave the rest in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jazakum Allah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.